Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Barbells and Banter podcast. This is episode 23. We have Ollie here with us. Uh, just another thing to mention: this is the first time we have not had or no, besides Brian, first English lifter to have on the podcast and coach. And this is another coach. This is another one where Bobby's drinking apple juice.
I'm apple juice.
Yeah.
What's Johnny? What's your drink of choice?
White
I had
Monster.
I had Lucas in. I had Lucas in. The Lucas gone.
Oh, nah.
Zero
have,
Black
caffeine
can.
Coke.
The
I
black
have
can is nice.
I have the black can.
Thing is, I ran out of those, so I'm going through the gold cans because I'm like, I've got to drink them eventually.
I have a not cold ice vanilla berry Red Bull. That's what I'm gonna have.
Side note: Ollie has came a bit confused wearing the wrong attire.
Wrong
No, I
attire
just
and
thought
Bobby's
just thought I'd represent.
you're gonna be a third of the pod.
Oh.
It's such a nice top though.
It is.
I absolutely love. Sorry, go on.
Who'd you swap with?
I swapped with he doesn't have Instagram actually. I can't remember his name. He was really weird story. I literally just walked into the warm-up room. Like it was the day before I competed. I was just doing my rack kites and stuff on the maniac of all things, horrible bench. And he was going like this guy came in as junior. Was like, oh, I it's my medal ceremony, but I don't have any shoes. They won't let me wear my Crocs. And I was like, bro, what size are you? I just gave him my shoes. Like just like, bro, just wear my shoes. Give them back to me in a minute. So I took his Crocs as a deposit, and I was like, well, this will be fine then. And he came back in, and I was like, it seems I've been so generous. Little swap, and I actually managed to do a straight swap for GB for Irish, which is actually crazy.
Sweet.
It's a mythical loophole, but we'll take it.
You're you have a reputation of lending people shoes. Allegedly.
No, I can't say done it before. Certainly not with the Lightning McQueen Crocs. They are like permanently equipped. They do not leave my side.
Got the Spider-Man ones on, so.
Oh, mine is. I haven't unpacked my suitcase from Euros, so mine is still in my suitcase.
Yeah,
but
I once wore Ollie's shoes. Weird side note.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
But we can't say when because I swapped halfway through.
Oh no, that was not a good day.
Bad job.
Shall we just get right into it then?
Yeah,
let's go for it.
Do you want to introduce yourself, just for those who don't know anything?
Oh, okay. So hi, I'm Oli. Oli.powerlifts on Instagram if you want to be like nice and irrelevant with me. So I compete for GB bench only. I under 74. So what have I done? I recently just came second at Euros this year. I came third at Worlds, and I came third at Euros last year. I won the British in February. I'm pretty washed. And need to get good. But yeah, apart from my wash bench only career, I coach full time, and am currently sending off 7 lifters to Commonwealth in September.
Damn.
6 weeks.
Yeah, I'm busy. Yeah, 6 weeks. It's scary. I mean, my job for this weekend is writing the 6-week peaks for a few guys.
Yeah,
it's horrifying how fast it's come along.
Yeah, it just rolls. It just rolls in. It feels like last week we organized like 3 blocks before Commons, and then it's like, oh, we're at the last block now. Things that need to start moving faster.
Yeah, I had that exact conversation with some of my guys. I sat there just looking at like my long range planner. I was like, oh shit, I'm actually writing the block. I'm writing the peak now. Like we're here. We're nearly here.
Do you want to give them a shout out? Who else going to Commonwealth? All English?
No, so I have 2 Welsh lifters, and the rest are English. I have we'll start. So my missus is competing in the under-69 juniors. Katie. I have Habib in the under-83 sub-juniors for Wales as well. And then if we go bench only, I have Sonny, Shakespeare, Max Gregory in the 93s and 105s. And then I have Jay Hudson, 105 junior. And then full power, I have Rob Beheels in the under 74 sub juniors. He should do really well. I think out of I
Going
think
up against our boy.
all of my who's that?
You're going up against our boy Mav.
Oh, he's a freak. He is an absolute freak. I'm interested to see. So I'm pretty sure you guys are allowed to wear rigs still, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
don't have to wear SBDs for for Commonwealth, which is that simply because it's not like a main, like it's not world, so you don't have the same contract with SBD.
Well,
yeah, I think so.
I don't think we have the same sponsorship deal. Obviously, like if you get picked for GB, you get your belt. I'm pretty sure you get your belt and knee sleeves and stuff like that.
You get given from my guys that have gone full power. You don't get given belt, but you get given everything else. So you get wrist wraps, knee sleeves, obviously all the socks and stuff.
Yeah. So I don't think we're in a contract to wear SBD on the platform. I know that 2 years ago I was wondering that, and no one had to change. But yeah, we have to pay for t-shirts now that we get and stuff, but they're still SBD, but we cover the fee, you know. And then, well, I think I got my top free for small nations on socks. You get top and socks and deadlift socks, but no other equipment. But it's just the way it works out. We must be on a different sort of deal than Ireland are and GB are and stuff like that.
I think it very much depends on the comp, because even just like if you split GB up, obviously to Northern Ireland, England, Scotland, Wales, like it's
Isle of Man.
I don't want to say it's the tier down from Worlds. Sorry, and the Isle of Man.
Yeah.
How could I forget the Isle of Man?
You're very quick there, Bobby.
Isle of Man. It's because all the Scotland ones always forget to say Northern Ireland on there. Say Ireland.
It's like it's the tier down from Worlds. Do you know what I mean? Like it's the subsection of GB.
I'd say it's the tier down from Euros, even.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's pretty a better way of saying it.
Euro or Commonwealth's Western Euros and Worlds, I'd say. Is it?
Yeah. I mean, the reason I brought it up was I think it'd be interesting to see what he squats in SBDs at Worlds and then goes to Commonwealth in rigs. I don't know if he'll squat. I think he's going to put up something crazy at Worlds.
Yeah. It's going to be class.
In terms of his deadlift, did he pull 255, 257 last week? I'm pretty sure I saw him do.
Yeah. 255, week 3.
Something like that.
I like God knows what Zane's going to do.
He's gone to the moon. Like that's not. I don't think it's an option for up against him unless he has a really, really bad day.
No, it's like he's not like. Yeah, he'll do well. He'll do really well.
No, I'm saying
I don't think it's
to run away with the total, because Zane is like 30 kilos, something like that, between him and Adam. And Adam's a 93.
That's scary. 93, yeah.
Yeah.
Adam's strong. Like Adam usually walks through nationals and stuff.
Yeah.
Next year should be quite interesting. So obviously, I'm pretty sure next year is Adam's last year as a sub junior.
Yeah, same as Mav.
Same as Mav, and I don't know if you know Bobby, a kid called Bill Abina.
I don't.
He came 4th at nationals in the 83s.
Okay.
He's bulked up to 93 and he's just exploded. Like he's literally 16 has exploded. He pulled 285 last week. He was at 88 kilos. He squatted like 210, bench like 140. Like he's just pure muscle. Like guy's insanely strong. I think he'll give Adam a run for his money next year. just with the
Really?
deadlift. Like it'd be interesting to see what happens.
And Adam has had some rocky comps before. Nearly bombed out of this one at nationals, but he made it work. But it'll be cool to see some pressure on him.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of Adam, I know Matthew Henry quite well. Obviously coaches, represent. Obviously coaches Adam. I was sharing a rack with him in the warm-up room. And literally every bench was so paranoid about this guy's butt lift. Warm-ups were fine until his last warm-up. And then I remember on the platform, Matthew was literally there just like, bro, it's wrapped.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually wrapped. And it was, he literally, I remember him saying, like, to paraphrase, you need to do the Bobby Wilson press of basically just feet doing nothing.
Sorry, what?
Obviously paraphrasing, basically just needed to Larsen and do nothing with his legs, so his ass stayed down. I'll never forget that, Bobby. That was wonderful.
I've got so much shit from that. I've got so many accidents in powerlifting. It's not even funny.
Well, the entire nation of NI knows Larsen press as Wilson press now. So
we have our Commonwealth group chat, obviously, and I'm getting so much shit from having fake shoes, Larsen pressing, and races staying with me and Faith. So that's gonna be Race is saving a few pounds and staying with me and the girlfriend in the hotel room. So I think that is.
You're staying with me and your girlfriend.
Race is also here, guys.
Hello, Race.
We're having some pints in Chinese, and then we're going out to see George Nicol. Nicol?
We just found him in the wild earlier. We were driving through Port Rush, and he was like rushing to work because he was late.
So it's like finding a shiny Pokemon.
Did you say Chinese?
Shiny Pokemon.
I thought you said Chinese Pokemon. I said you're Chinese in the brain, you fucker.
Okay. Do you want to go to the next question?
Yeah, we might as well because we've already burned 12 minutes. How did you get into powerlifting? How did you get into powerlifting? Like, are there any other sports that you previously played, or was it just powerlifting?
So I think like 90% of this generation of powerlifters, I played rugby as a kid. Just absolutely loved rugby. When was it 2015? The World Cup was in the UK. Like growing up around Gloucester, obviously Gloucester rugby, and then they had a bunch of games at Kingsholm, Gloucester Stadium, and I remember that being literally like 20 minutes from my house. I'm like, what the fuck? That's literally England playing there. That's crazy. And watching big ass men run into each other, like, yeah, this is cool. Like, I want to do that. What's that? That's like 11 years ago now. That's crazy. And then from that, I just got into rugby from there until early teens. Ended up, when COVID happened, returning from COVID, injuries just kept coming along. And then just like, I'm actually just going to pull back here. So ended up in the gym for rehab with that. Then got into benching. I remember like I've still got videos of me benching like 50 kilos for the first time. And I was not strong as a kid. Like I was skinny. Like I played scrum half. Like I had no muscle. And then just kind of got into the gym through that. And then one day I just met a powerlifter. And he just taught me how to arch on bench, and then taught me how to like have a wide grip bench. And then that was it. Just took off from there.
Fair enough. I'm gonna change around some of this order here. Are you full-time bench only, or are you doing a full power comp this year or anytime soon?
It's a bit of in the air, to be honest. As I've been staying 74, it's been quite difficult to like I sit at like 76, 77 anyway, so I have a pretty big cut in.
Yeah.
When we've had times where I've done full power preps, I always have to do it at like as a very light 83, just because I just can't maintain my body weight if I train legs too much, if that makes sense. Like it genuinely sounds like so much cope. Yeah. But I just put on weight. I gain muscle in my legs really quick. I basically just get newbie gains. Like I'll just get newbie gains whenever I try and actually like full power comp. So I was planning on doing a comp the end of this year local to where I am. And then I had so many of my guys sign up to it, which is a bit like an NI comp. I just like, yeah, okay, cool. I actually can't compete as well. So I probably do a full power towards probably Christmas next year. But the plan is to kind of from now like my main season, like my competitive season of the year is now done. I'm most definitely going back to full power. Hopefully should build back towards. What's that?
What's your maxes in squat and deadlift?
Oh, bro, it's embarrassing. It's so bad. So the one full power comp I've done.
Do you bench more than you squat?
I'd say it's probably like a 1-to-1 ratio. Like I genuinely believe it's probably 1-to-1. The one comp I did, I like at the time I remember a week out. So okay, going back to rugby injuries, I tore my ACL twice. I've torn my meniscus in both my knees. I tore my hamstring. Like I've been through it. So that kind of didn't help with the whole like, oh yeah, I probably should actually squat and deadlift when I actually like benching. So
yeah. I remember
went to the full power comp. Huh?
I remember me and you bonding over that on Instagram about how we're both what?
That was the start of like, oh yeah, we're both crippled. Great. So I literally like a week out, I had my 1 week out squat. It was like 165. Literally like nothing. And I was there and my knee just dislocated with the weight on my back. Like I was like shifting and getting into position. Like I took a wide step and my knee just crumbled. And I was like, nah, fuck this. I'm just so good. Like this is just not for me. And it just like it's a very weird feeling. Like Bobby, you probably understand this. It's like it just felt like all of my cartilage just like disappeared.
Yes.
And I was just there and I was like, what do I do? And I was like, oh, I'm here now. I might as well just go for it. So I did it. It was fine. Like, it was absolutely fine. But it really put me off. And then on the day, I was like, do you know what? Let's just squat 170. Like I probably had like 80, 85 in the tank, but I literally opened on 150, went to 160, 170. I was like, yeah, that'll do me. Like I'm not pushing it.
Why do you think you're so injury prone?
I'm hypermobile.
Okay.
So I think all of my joints are naturally a bit looser. I think that could be part of it. Equally, looking back at it, all of my injuries came after COVID. So I spent 2 years sat there doing nothing, just playing FIFA. Whereas I used to play rugby like 4 or 5 times a week, and I think I just lost all tolerance to movement.
The hypermobile thing sort of explains your bench press as well. To be fair.
Yeah, it's like
if you ever watch him bench, it's like bench specialists 101.
Oh, he's too kind. No, I make the most of my leverages. Let's put it that way. But it's So it was kind of rough. So to summarize, that day I was like, I'm not going to bench more than I squat on the same day because that's just embarrassing. So I squatted 170, bench 167, hit the 6-7 on the platform, and then deadlifted 202 and probably had like 210, 215. I was like, yeah, cool, that's fun. So I can't even remember what total that is, but it's fucking rubbish.
Let me just pull up.
So
540.
Yeah, that stinks. It's actually crazy when you think of it. I thank my athletes for this. It's like I total 540 on paper. Like I have no right as a coach to like have any knowledge or like be decent as a coach, and I still people still trust me to build their 700 plus kilo totals, and it's like I'm very grateful for that trust.
Well, the proof is in the paper, or proof is in what you get anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It's I was who was I having this conversation with? But it's you shouldn't really judge your coach based off of their lifting experience.
Yeah.
Like, is it is it something to take into consideration? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But if they, if they've got 10 client results of actually doing better, and all the 10 of them are doing well, what's that?
You shouldn't have a coach. You shouldn't need a coach.
We're not doing this.
Oh yeah. Oh, forgot about that. Maybe I need to try that. Maybe I'll bench the world record.
Just go in and do a single every week. And add 5 kilos.
Oh.
You sure that's not just Claude writing your program?
That's Anto. That's a legend of NA powerlifting.
I wish him all the success.
Yeah.
And he has got success as well. Like,
yeah, true. He's had enough. What was it like making it to the bench world platform in only 2 years of competing?
I must admit, it was like when I took a fair time to do my first comp. I benched a regional record of 142 as a sub junior 74 at the time, which is like 2 kilos less than the British record at the time. And I was like, yeah, cool, that's good. Pretty sure that was 2024, like summer of 2024. And after that comp, I kind of built up as a 74 still. I built up into, pretty sure I benched 160, 165, which was at the time only 5 kilos under the world record. And I was like, okay, damn, I'm actually like pretty good at this.
Only 5 kilos under the world record, and you realize.
I was like, okay, cool. This actually, like, I'm getting to the point where I've been like respectable in the lift. Something about me is I just never. I'm always so pessimistic about every opportunity, every result. Like I work with Clarice Odyssey, another Irish shout out, for mentality. And she's actually class.
Gainforth coach as well.
Yeah, she is. But she's absolutely class in kind of switching that round to, the glass is half full. The glass is half empty. That's all I care about. And anyway, yeah, so I got there and then went to nationals, my first nationals, and I saw how competitive the 74s were, and I was like, yeah, fuck that. So I went as a 76 kilo 83, came second, and kind of got the humbling that I needed as a junior, my first junior comp. And then kind of with that humbling, I was like, okay, cool, I actually need to train hard, built into the 83s properly. And then I ended up tripling 170 about 3 or 4 months later as around the 80 kilo body weight. And then I was just about that time, All England was happening. I was handling some of my clients there. I got speaking to the GB coaches the first time. And then they were like, oh, do you want to do Euros at 74? So I cut back to 74 for Euros and then kind of never looked back from back being a 74 from then.
Yeah. You're
kind
sort
of
of
unconventional move.
You've been stuck at that weight class because you've kept like qualifying as a 74.
Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult because I'm yet to kind of see diminishing returns. Unfortunately, this Euros, even though it's my best result in the international platform in terms of positioning, was the first time I've ever regressed from comp to comp. So I only benched 182 this time. I benched 187 at Worlds.
Do we want to talk about that performance? Now that we've brought it up.
Do your Worlds or Euros?
Both. Give us a rundown of both. A bit of a rundown of Worlds and into Euros. What do you do?
My Worlds prep was actually amazing. So I'm very specific on benches. So I knew it was on a SkyPad. I was like, cool, let me find the nearest SkyPad. I'm just going to drive there. Like, I don't care. It was an hour and a half away. Went to Wales for a SkyPad. It was worth it. Literally went to a different country for a SkyPad, and I would do my primaries there every week, and it was great. I hit 190.5 a week out, which was half a kilo under the British record at the time. Matthew Pond then later decimated it, which is great. But off of that, I was really confident. I was like 75 and a half, it's 1 week out from Worlds. We were pacing for about 195 at Worlds. We were like, that's what we were aiming for. We knew that would kind of have me in contention for second, maybe first, if the Japanese guy misses his third attempt. So we were like, okay, cool. We're in a good position to contend here. So I was really chill. Cut was a bit aggressive. I didn't have the best recomp. I was only like 75 and a half on the platform, which is quite low after recomp. So part of that is my fault because I tried to weigh in really light for GL. So I got to 73.4 and then didn't rehydrate in the morning of. So I did learn that lesson for Euros, but that kind of screwed me over. I was too busy focusing on the GL. So open on 177, it was okay. Like the cut kind of took it out of me, and I was like, I knew what I wasn't on. I tried to be delusional and tried to just like force it, and jumped to 187 on my second attempt. I missed it on just pure strength. I was just there, and I was like, I kind of walked down to the platform. I remember it so vividly. I remember setting up, looking at the backdrop, and I looked at the backdrop, and I was like, oh, I'm actually on the platform now. Like I'm actually doing the thing that I've spent months trying to get ready for.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
it got the press command and it like left my chest for like 5 seconds. And I was like, yeah, great. Cool. And well, it left my chest for like a second. And I was like, yeah, cool. Literally spotters took off me and I just walked off and I was like, what's actually just happened? So retook it. At this point, my handler told me, she was like, oh yeah, because you only got your opener, you're in 6th place right now. I was like, for my third attempt, I was at pure rage. The fact that I was like, I'm not going to Worlds and coming 6th. That's just not what I wanted at all.
Yeah.
Do you think it's harder because it's bench only, which is like 3 attempts. Obviously in full power you get
so many
like
chances.
if you have a bad squat day, you can be like, all right, I'd hit a deadlift PB anyway. But when you've prepped months and months and months for 1 lift and 3 attempts, it's like a lot of pressure's going on that.
Yeah, it's a completely different game. Like you kind of have to treat. Well, it's a 1 lift comp, but whether it is the deadlift of full power, really bench only. It's you have to hit, you have to go 3 for 3, and you've got to play the game. Like if you miss your second, you are screwed. Like you are actually good. And yeah, I just came out for the third attempt, got pissed off, and grinded it out like RP10. And I was like, yeah, cool. This might be the end of my 74 career. I walked off that platform and I was like, cool, I'm going up. I'm done. And took a fair bit of convincing actually by my coaches. They were like, yeah, no, you need to stay. Like you have a chance. Like I benched 180 at nationals after the worst cut of my life, and got lighter and benched 187. Bobby will remember my cut to 74. That nationals that was not fun.
I remember talking to your girlfriend. She was like, "Yeah, he drove to Spad.
Yeah, I think I ended up weighing in with like 5 minutes of weigh-in left at 73.8, and I was like, yeah, cool, I've made it. I went to bed the night before at 76, so I was quite happy with that. That's about 10 hours out from weigh-ins, so
right.
It was a good return. So kind of nicely drawing into the Euros prep. The night before I competed at Euros with the similar weigh-in time, I was 74.8 the night before, and I woke up at 74.
Yeah.
So it's kind of inflated by the fact that I'd storned, so my heart rate was elevated as I went to sleep. I would have sweat a bit more naturally, because I was nervous, but I couldn't really ask for a better external wise for Euros. For my taper, ironically, Euros prep was the worst prep I've ever had. I benched 182 a week out, which is obviously 7.5 less than I did at Worlds, on a hard pad. And then, yeah, this is where it kind of gets interesting. So we knew we were going to have a tight battle at Euros. Reese should probably go actually watch that session if he's still there, Bobby.
Yes,
What is
sir.
it? I'm yellow. What is it?
I've summoned you. You should go and watch my session from Bench Euros. Go start at the beginning and just watch it. It's the most horrifying session from a coaching perspective. I think 7 of us took 175 for a second attempt. It was mental.
Yeah.
It was actually mental.
Why?
It was just so close.
No one. They all the first, but like no one changed anything after that.
That was all for our second attempts. We all took 175.
Interesting. What was it? Was it Euros? Did you say?
Yeah, Bench Euros just gone. It's on the Good Lift channel.
Yeah. Did you all have a meet?
Did you get your second?
So I dislike Maniac significantly. I will send you the clip to put it. You might want to put it over the video just for the context because it stinks. But I hit the massive ass pin on the Maniac bench on the way down, and I got to probably like this far off my chest, and it just stopped, and I was like, okay, that's great. So it loosened off the pin and just dropped on my chest, and I was like, okay, cool, there goes my soft touch, fab. Still got a press command, and I was like, okay, cool. So I went for it. It still moved okay. Like the fact that I dogged out 175 like that, I was actually like, yeah, okay, cool. But it did kind of screw me up. We did have a bit of a mistake. Like, I'm not going to blame my handler at all. She did really well. But we should have taken 177 for my second attempt because I was the heaviest. So we kind of threw away the advantage on my second attempt, kind of leading us off of the bad second attempt. We just needed to secure podium with everybody so close together. So my third attempt was a lot less than we wanted, but it put me I think I went from 6th to 1st temporarily on my third attempt because of how close it was.
Yeah.
And so we took 182. It moved incredibly well. And the Swedish guy after me benched 185 for the win, equally as easy as mine. I was kind of like, I was just salty because I knew I lost with more in the tank, which is frustrating to be in, but it's also a lesson as a coach that sometimes you just got to take what's there on the day and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Like as like hoping for the best as that sounds, sometimes that's all you can do. It's not personally my style. I don't like, Bobby, you can have your coach's opinion on this as well. I personally don't like betting on other people to miss. I prefer to bet on myself or my lifter to hit.
Yeah.
There's certain people that it's very high likelihood they're gonna miss.
Well, no,
absolutely.
But I think more so not based on their miss percentage, more so you look at their second and go, "Holy shit, they're gonna die if they load that."
We would tend to watch.
Yeah, there's absolutely like nuances situations in it. But like on that level, like the Swedish national team bench only, like they are the best. Like they know what the fuck they're doing. And it was like we knew he was going to hit, and it was just like we just needed to go after him. He had body weight, I had lot number. It was very 50-50 the whole way.
It sort of fell into place though. The way that it unfolded, it was probably very fast, and it was like, okay, this is happening. We don't really have much of a choice.
No, I mean, I did kind of say from the get-go because I opened. So at Worlds, I opened on 177. At Euros, I opened on 167. So 10 kilos less than I opened with 2 months ago. First of all, that's a big kick in the teeth. I was like, yeah cool. And I was like, okay, I guess we'll just roll the punches. The plan was to take 180 as a second, 177 to 180. We took 175. That's just a situation we ended up in. But I just kind of got a bit screwed. Oh,
Bobby's eating his dinner, so I've been subbed in here. Sorry, Ollie, continue.
No bother.
Yeah, I kind of just ended up in a bit of a mess through no fault of my own. But we should have just opened heavier. Like I should have just taken smaller jumps and kind of maintained the lead.
What did you open at?
167.
167, 175, and then what did you jump to?
182.
And you hit 182? No, you didn't.
Yeah, I hit 182.
You did? Okay.
I probably had like 87. Like I had loads.
Oh god, yeah.
But
Okay.
we needed to make sure we hit. We didn't have the gamble. I kind of wanted to roll the dice. I was in the mindset of I'd rather miss going for the win and come fifth than take second.
Sure.
But kind of going back to my like glass half empty mentality, that's kind of just always the way I've been.
Yeah.
Is it productive?
In certain
kind of-
circumstances.
I have it like, you know, Clarice watching this should hate me. But I personally think that it helps me because I know that if I put myself in a position, I'm betting on myself at all costs. I think that's a very valuable tool to have as an athlete, is actually just having the faith in yourself.
Yeah.
It sounds so simple.
They lift it off you. So
Yeah, exactly. But it sounds so simple, but actually just having the faith to hit. Because I don't know about you, Reese, but having nervous lifters who are genuinely there, like, oh, I don't want to know what's on the bar. I'm like, bro, like,
yeah,
what do
I
you
can
mean?
get it.
Just back yourself. Like, back yourself. Have confidence.
I've seen it work out quite well for a lot of people though, because like there was a fella I handled in March, and I think we'd loaded like 12 kilo above anything he'd ever touched for his final pull.
Bailey?
I was saying that. Yeah, I think it was Bert. Yeah, it was Bert.
Yeah, because me and
He
Bert.
he put his headphones on and he was like, "Do not tell me what's on the bar because I will like pussy out of it," basically. But then didn't tell him, loaded it, and he pulled it anyway. But I do actually believe, because I coach him now, that if he knew, he would, just knowing how he works as a person and like even behind the scenes, not within powerlifting, knowing how much he stresses about certain things, I know that type of person can really benefit from not knowing.
Yeah, this might just be me being incredibly one-dimensional, but I
do think. Sorry to interrupt you, Ollie. I think it comes from a sporting background though, because like you said, you played a lot of rugby. You literally don't get a choice when you're playing rugby. So I think that kind of kicks into gear a bit, and you're probably still in that mindset. I understand it because I'm the exact same as you. I like to know what's on it, but yeah, other lifters will benefit from not knowing. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, it's like, that's actually quite a nice point to go into, another rabbit hole. Sorry, Johnny, we are digressing humongously. But how your background and how you get into powerlifting can affect your whole trajectory, and just the decisions and the crossroads you'll take. It's so crazy how, like, I don't want to go to like the Spider-Man like canon event stuff, but it's like how you can have the tiniest thing or the tiniest decision in like in your past before powerlifting, and it can completely change you as an athlete.
It's all about your experience.
I think I kind of deal with most of my younger athletes. I know we've had this conversation before, Reese, but most of my athletes are between the age of like 17 and 22.
Yeah.
Most of them have played rugby and have a very similar mindset to me. Very easy to like buy into my ideas in that like team spirit kind of sense. I know you guys have it absolutely dialed.
Yeah.
And it's great from that perspective, because I know that they're willing to run through the brick wall too. And it's the like that side of things I just absolutely love coaching. It's like one of my favorite bits about it. But yeah, sorry, I digress.
Just the psychology of it all.
Absolutely,
just the way people, it is the best part of it. The mind is, I love it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Johnny, we'll let you do your thing.
Should we go back onto the questions? Yeah.
Not bad, bro.
I kind of just thought of this one off the top of my head. How did you feel opening the parcel with a GB kit in it for the first time?
Oh, I remember that. I opened it with my dad, and I've never been happier. Like the little like, you know, green goblin mask in the back of my mind is like, it's bench only, nobody cares. And I was like, ooh,
still a GB singlet.
I must admit, opening it, I was like, yeah, cool. I've done well here. So this is actually another thing. I still have my first singlet, but I've traded the other singlets I've got. But I won't get rid of my first one because it's my first. Like it's more like, even though I've worn it loads and it's like a bit worn and I should probably trade it for another country singlet, but it will always be the first one, and the competition I went into it nominated 8th. Like it's such a surreal feeling, and kind of makes. Okay, now Bob, is that good?
I think so. That's what he does.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's so yeah, I think it kind of makes me relate to like newer lifters in the sport when they're like, oh, I want to represent GB, I want to represent Ireland, I want to represent whoever. Like they want the feeling of having that. You know, like we're going back to the sporting backgrounds. It's the same thing. Everybody wants to play for England. Everybody wants to do whatever sport their country is good at.
There's a guy in this
Yeah.
voice chat right now that's preventing me from getting an eye singlet
Ooh.
because he wants to do full power arm bench only.
No,
Ooh.
but I don't think yet the I
Oh,
I think it would
Johnny,
go,
he's calling you shit.
no,
That's
but I
all he's
think
doing
I
right
think
now.
I think it would go to a different reserve.
Who
Do you-
go to?
Who?
So no reserves. Could I pull out a bench on it and let Johnny go?
It's too.
Yeah,
It
do
should,
not.
mate,
Don't.
not now. It's too late.
Got 6 week prep.
I swear.
6 weeks is loads of time.
If I wasn't in medal contention, I would let you, but it's like the only medal that I have an opportunity to get because I'm nominated dead last in full power,
Damn.
which
I'm
feels
trying to
great.
think who is in junior 83s.
It's Anderson, Lee,
Anderson Lie. Yeah.
Let me pull this up
and
real quick.
and an Angus,
Junior
Angus
83.
Australian boy. Angus, he benches like 180, and then there is Otis, which is like
Yeah.
2.5 kilos under,
Okay.
and that's where
That's
my
actually
battle
quite.
will be.
Yeah, that's actually quite a competitive group. I mean,
Yeah, the
I
top guys will be
applied.
hitting like 180. And then me and Otis will be like 160 to 162, 165 ish, if on a really really good day. If he hits
I'd
elbow
like to do
depth,
it.
if he hits elbow depth and benches to standard, because I know that he had a really bad British, and that he pussied out of being an 83 because he wanted a less competitive battle with 93s.
Who are you talking about here?
Otis.
Ooh.
Sorry, I'm just rage baiting. I'm just.
Right.
I thought you were Matthew Flanagan.
No, I'm just,
Right, we'll keep going because you're the one who wants to go out in Port Rush. So what made you want to start coaching?
There is a taxi route, so
no, there isn't.
no, there is.
No, we're walking.
What made me want to start coaching?
Yeah, since we've talked so much about coaching, I never actually like asked the question that was lead on to coaching. What made you want to start?
My bad, bro. I'm the king of waffle. So I started coaching. There was a novice comp in my gym, and I just remember walking through. I was volunteering, like I was just helping out, and I remember just seeing these two guys there, just like with zero clue what's going on. Like you see all the time in the regional comps, like just not a Scooby Doo. What's even happening? And they just said to me like, "Oh, can you help me out?" And I was like, "Yeah, cool, whatever." So I remember just like getting them through their warm ups, getting them through their attempts. They both went. I'm pretty sure one of them went 8 for 9, one of them went 9 for 9. And I just remember after that they were like, "Oh, do you coach?" And I was like, "No, but I could." And I just got into it from there. So those two, I still coach one of them. One of them just stopped for life situation. But I still coach one of them, and it's the most rewarding part ever of coaching. Is just having that same person the whole through my whole coaching journey,
like day one,
and just he's forced me to get better over time because he's yeah, he's growing so much.
Yeah,
He just
you're
needs
growing with
me to
him.
be better. And yeah, it's. I'd say, to go back to your question, I got into coaching because I love the journey of helping people.
Yeah.
It's so rewarding to actually make somebody enjoy a sport. Like growing up with so much sport and relying on sport to help that and other people is just such a great feeling.
Yeah.
Facts.
Kind of just
Reese is
read
gonna,
out why I want to start coaching at some point.
yeah. Helping people is always like the driving force, and like just getting satisfaction from seeing people succeed.
Yeah.
Like I know that I feel very good that I've had previous placements in like rehab wards, and it's like taking people from not being able to stand up on their own till walking 30-40 meters down the corridor. And it's like, wow, you've came a long way, and it's the same sort of principles applied to powerlifting coaching, and it just makes you feel so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so rewarding when you can do that. Particularly, I think having the journey with the same people, like having my first client. So my first client, Sonny, he's going to Commonwealth. He's doing bench only Commonwealth, and it's so surreal for me taking him from that guy, that first comp, who I didn't even know bro's name. I had to write his initials on the back of his singlet so I knew who he was. Like I didn't have a Scooby Doo who this guy was, because there's two of them and I couldn't remember their names to save my life. And I wrote both their names. And to take him from that kid that totaled like 400 kilos to now like nearly push 700, it's just crazy. Like it's actually mental. So that is kind of what's fueled me to just keep going with coaching.
Yeah, and I love the way the powerlifting's just like you can add another 2.5 kilos, just keep adding, and it's not like football or rugby where it's like it's not entirely subjective, but it's like it's very hard to track that you're getting better, apart from like trying stuff.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's so addictive. And kind of just to touch on Sonny, I think part of the reason we work so well together is he's very similar to me in terms of like the neurosity of the glass half empty approach.
Yeah.
I can kind of he's made me a better athlete because it's like coaching myself.
Yeah.
I'm sure Reese, I'm sure Bobby, you've both experienced that. It's a very interesting situation.
Johnny Ross is literally yes.
Oh,
Johnny Ross.
I don't like the toot my own horn.
That's not a compliment, Johnny.
But Johnny, you know what you do? You hold on to your second attempt deadlifts.
This is true. This is true.
Hold on to all of my deadlifts,
Which is a big
except from the first comp one.
Big,
It's fine.
big difference. I've never filled a deadlift. Side note, just want to brag.
I could pull up like 10 videos in our training. They can or WhatsApp.
Never failed a competition deadlift out of like.
I've never failed a
21
deadlift in training, I don't think.
Oh,
Bobby, maybe you need to wear jeans on the platform, bro.
Does he send you that bullshit too?
No, I took that story down because
I still saw it.
Yeah, I wore jeans for my ascending fours last week, and it moved beautifully. Like it was so nice.
Should have got the farmer boots and jeans. Would be
regardless.
Pretty animal.
Yeah, no, I was barefoot. I was just like, I don't have talc, and
jeans are next best thing.
Yeah, I don't have talc, and I don't have like trousers, so I'm just gonna wear my jeans that are in the back of my car. I'll put up the video after this.
That's absolutely horrifying.
No,
I just couldn't do that. I remember
it felt really nice.
I benched in jeans once, and I just got so many people just like, "What are you doing?"
I benched with my shirt off one time, and I get bullied now. So,
so I got a hot take for this actually.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna add this. Unless you train in a this might actually not be a hot take. I might be being really stupid.
Do you want
unless you bench in a commercial gym,
just a wee bit later. Like,
Bobby,
do you want to just quick fire quickly, and then we'll just get to the hot take.
Yes, you can quick fire. I've got a taxi booked for 10:15. So,
Quarter to
But
10.
you need to
Right.
change your clothes.
but I've got plenty of time.
We don't need an hour. We don't need an hour. We can get this done. Tell us about this week's venture coaching in Lithuania bench Euros. I definitely pictured Lithuania.
It's been absolutely class. Was the question how it's been and what it's been like?
Just about it. Just like what it feel like, what happened, how you went about the day coaching. I know you were coaching one of your clients as well.
So I actually commentated my client's session. So it was absolutely class commentating for the first time. Never done that before. It was nice to kind of get that done and have that experience. So that was fun.
Did you still feel stressed? Like, did you
Sorry?
still feel like the nerves?
Bro, of course he did.
No, but like,
Mate, I was shitting
how
it.
Of course he was on. He wasn't talking when she was on, or something.
were you not like
He-
signaling to the coach like another 5?
I was there,
Back.
and there's the spotter who did British Nats, the Czech guy. He put it on his story. There's me messaging the handler on WhatsApp the attempts while I'm commentating.
Oh, bro.
Because the thing is, I can see the board. Like, I was there because I was like, I want to see the board.
Yeah.
I wanted to see what was happening. My client was nominated first, and I was like, okay, cool. Like, we've actually got to I've got to lock in here. Like, he's got to win. Unfortunately, it didn't come together in the day. The guy that was nominated with the same number as him came up from the 93s and just bulked and just absolutely annihilated our second attempt, and then we just couldn't catch up. So we secured second, which is pretty nice. It's pretty nice to do that. Twins with him, but yeah, it was actually so surreal having my client on the same platform as me.
Yeah.
So it was amazing. From an athlete perspective, Lithuania was actually great. Being on the platform that so many iconic lifts have happened, like the Duran's Shush, Ain't Like Mike, just catapulting off.
Oh
into
yeah,
the
you were
backdrop.
on that platform. Is that
Yeah.
That was the same time. Oh, so much history between that. Ade winning his first title. Duran's, as you say.
Ball as well.
Yeah,
that's mental. That's mental.
Damn.
Yeah, it was nuts. The good thing is my nutritionist competed at Open Worlds, so I just she told me where I needed to get everything. I literally came in with a fucking shopping list of the places to go, and it was great. So yeah, honestly, such a great week. Expensive, but an amazing week.
Proudest coaching
Is
moment?
Lithuania expensive?
Oh, well, I'd assume so.
Just like the hotel, flights, just being there is expensive.
Fair enough.
Proudest coaching moment?
Ooh. So going back to my first international client, which would be Jaden Walgrove last year, at Bench Euros last year. So it was my first international, and he was competing. I was coaching him into that comp. We were very close mates, and he won his class, and I was in the holding area with him as the guy that missed his attempts to knock Jaden off the win. And I just remember Jaden crying off my shoulder, on my shoulder, and that was just the proudest moment ever. Actually get somebody to secure the win.
Yeah. Can we put him on blast right now?
What?
Sorry, Race just got a message from.
Oh, Charlie. What? Let me. Charlie Wallace has just texted me. This guy doesn't drink water. I'm sorry, Charlie.
This is Charlie that helped
Yeah,
the
this
Open Worlds podcast.
Yeah, sorry. This is just hilarious. Charlie Wallace has just texted me and goes, "Is there any difference for hydration between flavored water and normal water?" What? What are we doing, Charlie? We need to sort this out. I'm sorry, Charlie. He made me put me on.
Yeah, sorry, that's why I was laughing between.
No,
there isn't a difference.
But that's a great question, Johnny. The proudest coaching moment. That's very good.
We'll
I-
shoot through you.
How much weight do you cut for 74s? This is Bobby's
Oh.
question.
It depends where I am. So British, I was. Are we talking? So are we talking like, going back on diet, or are we talking like a week before comp? What am I sitting at?
Bobby, this is an answer for. This is a question for you.
What's your heaviest of prep? Heaviest? Like, do you cut into comp? Like, are you in a deficit in your peak?
Every time.
Yes.
So I've
Yet to be you.
spent this. I spent pretty much this entire year in a deficit. To stay 74. So the fact that I'm making progress, basically, or like still kind of getting returns from 74 is crazy. But I usually sit about 76 and a half, like a week out from comp. And then like the heaviest I've got in the last like 12 months is probably 80. I saw 80 like morning weight once in the last year.
Can't relate.
But it's crazy how well we can manage it, and I can just fluctuate depending where I need to be. So I'm kind
It's
of looking
strange
forward to
that
that
you're
now.
not like falling apart.
Oh, I am. So my I have some quite bad elbow pain at the moment. So I dropped from 5 days to 4 days this prep. And I've been benching with elbow sleeves every day.
Really?
Because literally, like I can't do a bodyweight push-up. It hurts too much. It's actually crazy. Particularly going onto a hard pad, I found I arched a bit less, so I got more range of motion, hurts a bit more. So it's been difficult to manage this prep with lots of ibuprofen and lots of Abiniki balm. But we got through it, and now it's time to get healthy again. So
yeah. 83 is calling you.
Not yet. Unfinished business.
Conquer.
One day.
One day. Why aren't you going to Commonwealth as a lifter? I've probably answered this because a certain thing has already been mentioned.
Ooh. Is this a Bobby question from Rage Bait?
Yes.
Yeah.
The rest of these are Bobby questions.
Okay. Well, okay. Let's do this diplomatically.
Oh dear.
Let me bite my tongue here.
I think just no comment. I think that's the answer.
No, I'll give him a little juice for the squeeze. I applied for dispensation, and I'm pretty sure word for word in my email said, I do not care which class, put me in the 74, 83, junior or open. I will be top of nominations in any of them. And
which is
God, they got so annoyed reading that too. They just went, "What an arsehole."
I don't blame them. I don't blame them, to be fair.
Ego. Yeah, that's quite funny.
And it comes across really egotistical.
Your dispensation didn't get accepted.
Basically, yeah.
And you couldn't do England's.
I couldn't do England's because it was 4 weeks before Worlds, and I didn't want to do it. And I was like, I'm not going to sacrifice Worlds to do an English comp. No offense. Like, it's kind of crazy that I should have to do that, even though I won the British 6 weeks ago.
Which means that you didn't qualify, and you're not going.
Yeah.
And then no comment.
I'll still be there. I'll be there in the room. I've got the Commonwealth record in the 74s. Somebody else can have fun with it. But it's I guess you could say uncrowned if you really wanted to, but it's not my problem. That's the EPA's problem.
What dates are you down?
Sorry?
When are you in Canada? What dates?
Oh, I'd have to ask the boss, i.e. my girlfriend. She's in charge of that department. I'm pretty sure bench only's the 17th, I'm pretty sure.
Is it first
Is that right?
Yeah, 7.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm flying in the day before to watch all my guys compete who are doing bench only, and then I'm there for a week. Because my
Okay.
last guy competes on the Sunday. Pretty sure Sunday or
We'll
Monday.
we'll go for a beer, and Otis will buy my round because I'm going to beat him in Commonwealth.
Valid. I will most definitely be in the warm up room training. So, I'm going to try and get into the training room.
Yeah, I got to train a couple times out there. Like, I just don't know when I'm going to do it because we'll be coaching like 14 hours a day.
Yeah, I mean that's the other thing is like I know we touched on that earlier on, but I'm frustrated to not be there coaching as well. It's like a never a nice.
You were coaching?
No, not anymore.
Brother.
Yeah, it's EPA. Don't ask me questions.
No comment.
No comment. I do like my BP membership number. And yeah, it's more just like I'm sure Reese, you understand this. It's like giving over the attempts of my lifter being like, go have fun. Best of luck, bro. And it's like knowing that I could be making the right calls is just frustrating.
Do you know what though? Like, even if that was the case for me, there is a lot of the ones in the NI coaching team that I would trust enough. If you have that connection with those people and you've seen the work they do, I wouldn't be too worried personally. But I don't know how it is on your side.
Yeah, that's the beauty of having.
Big up, Dallin.
That's the beauty of having a really, really small federation. You know everyone, like.
Yeah,
you know who you
like
trust.
that.
You know. Who
it's kind of politics, but maybe I just like I'd love to actually know the selection criteria and why I wasn't picked, but that's just life. So yeah, I'll be there, but not coaching.
That's the job.
Bobby also put in. What'd you say, Reese?
Bobby put it. No, don't worry about it. It's all right. It's done now. Don't worry.
All right. I mean, I was gonna let you say it. Bobby asked, "Do you like it hard or soft?" I'm assuming this is bench pad. Is it?
I thought you were talking about Billie Eilish.
Oh well, you can interpret it any way you want.
I would fall asleep in a coma on a skypad.
Same.
It's the best invention from the Swedes. It's fabulous.
See, if Reese wasn't handling me at the bench comp, I would have just slept on the platform.
100%. I have tried to scout my way into getting a skypad quite a few times, but Alico pretty much like hate me. But
Monty Henry has it on his AR rack.
Yes, he doesn't stop rubbing that in to me because he knows that I have to drive an hour and a half to go get one where he has a 1 minute walk into his garage. But yeah, it's the best invention ever, and if I ever see a maniac again, I might actually just quit powerlifting.
Is it maniac or maniac?
Maniac.
I've always called it maniac.
Need to go back to school, mate.
Moving on.
That's a me issue.
Bobby also put in, "Why do you keep sandbagging?"
Ooh. What have I been sandbagging?
Worlds. No, Euros.
It was just attempt selection. It was a smart number to take. I didn't want to take it, but it was on the bar for me. And you know what it's like. You get to a point where it's like, okay, cool. It's already loaded. There's nothing I can do to change it. I might as well get on with it.
How many times a week are you benching like normally?
So right now, I had a meeting with my coach this morning, and I'm dropping to the lowest I've done in forever. I'm dropping to 3 days. So I'm dropping to 3 days and then 3 bodybuilding days. So I'm still training 6 days a week.
Yeah.
But it's the lowest specificity I've had. I literally every one of those days is going to be Larson. No comp bench. And it's great. I mean, usually it goes between 4 to 5, depending on like where we are in competitiveness and like the cycle of comps. I think we actually discussed today that as I get heavier, I kind of have a longer the longest off season I've had in a while. We may end up going to 6 days a week, which I'd be very, very happy for, because every day that I bench, I just feel better and better the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be very interested to try and do my primary on the 6th day of benching in a row. I think I would actually feel like very, very good off of that.
Because you have like a very low range of motion, to say the least, so you can sort of handle a bit more. I personally went up to 4, fell apart, and then the next block, when we moved back to 3, it was like the best thing that we've ever done.
I also don't think we tested it for long enough, but you nearly exploded. So.
Yeah, I nearly exploded, apparently.
Emotionally, not physically.
Physically. And emotionally.
No,
psychological.
it's crazy how like people can do so many different paths and get the same outcome.
Yeah.
There's people out there that are, I know that I've heard stories of French people doing 10 sessions a week, and it's like 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, and it's like, how are you doing that?
So
yeah,
something I wanted to bring up when you talk about bench frequency is I was watching a Sean Noriega video, and how he will literally do a taper session the morning of comp because he thinks his bench like dissipates that quick. And like, he follows me, so I'll be careful what I say. But I just think it's absolutely crazy. It's like fair play.
It's not
if your bench is that technical, cool. But I don't think if we're getting to the point where we're genuinely talking about like hours between frequency, we need to get a job. Like, powerlifting actually needs to like be put back in its place. Like, you are not earning 7 figures. Like, no, exactly. Like, you're not earning 7 figures from this. Why are you genuinely structuring every hour of your day around benching?
Like, you are paying to do this sport. You're not getting any financial benefit out of it, really.
But like,
besides coaching.
I'm dropping my hot take. I'm dropping my hot take of the day. Too many powerlifters are overinvested, and it's to their detriment.
Yeah, totally agree.
That might not be a hot take. JD Chip Bussy will probably clip farm me anyway. But I just think too many people spend all day waiting for their session. They do it like 7 p.m. or they spend all week waiting for their next SBD on Saturday, and as soon as one set doesn't go A+, it's the end of their entire week.
Yeah,
and that's it until the next one.
The whole week's just ruined.
No, exactly. Like, you need to have a life. Like, you
a lot
do
of
not earn.
Are very emotional in that. I would probably class myself as being an emotional lifter, as Reese might tell you. Like, once something goes wrong, it's like the end of the world. I'm trying to get better, but yeah, I would agree with that hot take.
Guy who asked his nutritionist how many calories are in a gram of wood.
No, I said if you could theoretically digest wood, does it have calories in it?
It'd be good for hitting your fiber goal.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I had 60 grams today. Or yesterday.
That's a lot of fiber.
Odd job. I meal prepped.
What calories are you on there?
I'm on 2.7 at the minute. Next week's 3K.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much spent the whole of the last like 6 months between 2.4 and 2.6.
I'm on 3,100 and my fiber's at 30.
Damn, that's not enough fiber. That literally is not enough.
The guy who
it's one of the
fiber is in the background of Bobby, so tread lightly. So
Reese can listen to this. One of the big things that I've changed in the last like few months is I've really increased my fiber because it means I get more out of my gut cuts. I know I'm gonna have a better gut cut.
Fiber's really good. I seen a statistic that it was like every 10 grams up you go, even for lifestyle, it's like 10%, 20% less likely of dying from coronary heart disease and like heart related issues,
Yeah, and like bowel cancer and all that.
bowel cancer. Eat your fiber for
Eat your
performance and for your health.
Eat your greens.
100%.
What was it? Bobby also put in, do you still not do accessories?
Yeah, I still don't do any accessories. I actually hate it. So accessories are what I enjoy about powerlifting more than benching, to be honest. I would much rather come into the gym and not do any bench than do. Which I guess is kind of a hot take from a bench only guy, you might say. But I can get better at benching by not benching by doing accessories and doing bodybuilding stuff in a meathead way. Like everybody needs to control it. Everybody needs to have time and attention. They need to have standardized form. But if you're going into it going, I'm either going to get a rep here or I'm going to add a kilo, and you have that mindset for 6 months in the gaining phase, you are going to get stronger.
Yeah,
like, it's just the way it works. Like you if you force your body to actually like adapt, like, I'm clearly not, I'm the least qualified in terms of the science here, so I'm not gonna try and say something sciencey.
I wouldn't say you're the least qualified, but yeah.
Anyway, like it clearly fucking works, right? It's pretty basic knowledge that if you attack your accessories with intent and actually try, you're gonna get better.
Yeah.
So no, I don't do any, and I absolutely hate it.
Are you coming to guest lift in NI next year?
Oh, I actually would really like to do this. If it can be done, I would like to rock up and just be a guest lifter or do.
It can 100% be done. I can organize it.
I know a guy who knows a guy.
Depends on the schedule around things.
I know a guy.
Depends on the schedule around like worlds and stuff. But I would most definitely like to do that. I haven't done a regional comp where I've tried in forever. This is my first comp, so it'd be nice to do that.
It'll likely be the same sort of time schedule as this year, like July.
That's not too bad.
But
just after work.
Even if you go week 3, week 4.
Yeah, I'll probably just take it as a thing. Like I was sat down with my coach today and I was like, what do I want out of the next 6 months? Okay, this is another thing. I don't know. Do you follow Matt Vina?
Yeah.
No.
So the Napoleon of powerlifting. But guy, one of his like big things is not talking about your goals. And like, because outwardly speaking about it, you're giving your brain the hit of I'm gonna do this. I'm you're giving your brain the hit that you're already there.
Yeah.
Which is something I've really bought into recently. But I think it's really important to actually have that understanding of your goals are actually goalposts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's so common in powerlifting for the goalpost to just get further and further and further and further away, and you just never actually have that A-star day. It's really important to have that.
I would say that even before my full power comps, I'll be like thinking about the next one. And I think that like a really low hanging fruit is psychology, and something that you do is psychology coaching, isn't it? Just like regulating emotions, knowing how to feel, or like understanding. You'll probably explain it better. But that's what you do with is it Claire?
Clarice.
Oh.
Yeah,
Sorry?
no, it's what's that? Sorry,
I didn't hear the name. Just
Clarice.
yes. So you
but-
get coached for that.
Yeah, so I have like mentality coaching with her. It's more informal now than it used to be, but it's kind of evolved into a relationship of if I don't I don't really bother my coach with anything apart from the program and like how I'm feeling. If he asks a direct question, I don't really go into it with him. We're very close. We'll speak about other things, but we don't really talk about my emotions towards lifting because he knows how I feel. He knows what I'm doing. He knows I'm very stable with that. But with Clarice now, it's more of a if I have something go wrong, if I need reassuring, and sometimes you do. Like is like comfortable, as confident you can be with yourself. If you fuck up and you fuck up and you just need somebody to tell you it's going to be okay. Like sometimes it literally is that.
Yeah.
It sounds crazy, but sometimes I do just need that out of somebody that actually knows what's going on. So it's actually a very beneficial thing for my lifting. Like I struggled with like arousal towards top sets and having that like for it. We really changed how I approached it with music. I used to just try and like when I was young, I used to just try and stick on whatever the trending TikTok audio was and was like, yeah, I'm gonna thug this out. And it just didn't work for me.
Yeah.
So I think we had this conversation at British Bobby, but I've gone to like Hans Zimmer. I always listen to Hans Zimmer when I train. So
I was talking to a guy in my gym about this, and he was like, "You're really, really good at locking in for like your top sets. Like you just flick a switch and then you're on." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's the Cranberries." I'm like, "Anything heavy is the Cranberries," and my mind knows that, which is really weird and out there song choice and like artist choice. But
I know quite a few that do that actually.
Yeah,
It's-
like my peak, anything heavy will be a specific song, and that specific song will be playing before my final lift of deadlifts.
I do think taking the mental friction out of choosing that as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, what I do every prep is I make a new playlist. That I'll
love
have every
it.
session during that prep.
I might take notes actually.
love it.
It's so for this year, like a big thing for me is like it didn't really work out in the end. But is having the pictures that actually remind you of what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Like what you're out to do.
Yeah.
So the cover of my playlist this year for Euros was the picture of me on the third place podium last year.
Cool.
Because I don't want that feeling again.
Yeah.
And I did unfortunately lose to the guy that came second last year. He won. But it still worked for the last 8 weeks of this prep of like, I'm going to do everything I can to try and beat that guy.
Yeah.
I know that something similar that I've done is like change something that I have to type in just about every day till a goal of mine. Like yeah. So it's just repetitive. It's like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. And I know a lot of people do it that they write something over and over again and they're so much more likely to be able to achieve it. And it's sort of similar to that. Your
So,
mind is such
kind
a
of
powerful thing.
to build onto that. Something that I've done in the last this year actually is I've gone away from using sheets while I train. So I will pull up in the gym car park and I will write down my session in a notebook. And it's the same every day. It's the X days out from comp. It's week whatever, it's day whatever, this date, and the first line is I will give maximum intent and I won't miss every time, every day.
And you're just telling yourself, you're reinforcing, and you're going, yes, this is the agreement that I make with myself, and
100%.
I expect nothing less.
100%. And it's like I do that on comp day as well. Like I'll sit there on comp day in the warm-up room and I'll write the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Like even if that's the only thing I write in the book, and I just go, it's comp day. That's all I'm doing. I'm still doing it. Like it's just part of my routine towards actually mentally like switching to doing it. Another good thing is, like, I'm sure Bobby and Reese can relate to this, getting your phone and clients away from your training. There's times of the year where I
it's
can
like,
focus more on my athletes and I can
do
give
not
more time.
disturb. Headphones on. Get under the bar.
I'm really bad for that. I will just reply anyway.
Yes, I know. Like Race was at the cinema watching Spider-Man, and I was doing my SPD, and I was sending him videos as I do going through my session, and he was like respond to me, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Go and watch your movie. Stop."
Yeah, but what if something went wrong?
But stop working. Like,
What if you messed
stop
up on
working.
Spider-Man?
But
It was a peak movie.
Brother, it was peak, but it was peaker.
yeah,
I'm nothing Bobby to come.
can you say
No
that?
pressure now, Bobby.
Sorry, what did you say?
No pressure.
No pressure. No pressure. Pressure's for diamonds.
I
beat him. I put 2.5 kilos over his total to go to Commonwealth.
1.5. With 6 kilo extra body weight.
No. So
do you know what?
True.
see
It's alright, like,
see the way that I'm better than him.
yeah.
Anyway, we're
Debated.
not going to talk about GL. We're not going to talk about GL.
Worst and best comp.
Ooh. Worst comp was English bench 2025. I would 1 for 3.
Oh,
I missed my opener on depth, retook it on my second. I still won. Off my opener. But I jumped 15 to 172 and I missed it on, right, get ready for this. The Christmas tree is coming on. I missed it on heels, downward motion, depth, and another ref just gave me a red. At the time, the red was something else. I got something else as well. Like, I literally got every single light you can get.
Man, you at least stuck to your press.
yeah.
I literally paused it on my chest so wonky. I fucked it up so bad. I literally missed my chest on one side with the bar. And like, you know, when you like nearly like guillotine it.
Yeah.
And I was literally there like this. So my right elbow was literally sky high. And I was like, yeah, cool, it's wrapped.
Sweet.
I grinded it up. Like, it was the most ugly bench in the world, but the rest were just hating on the effort. So that was my worst comp, probably, just from a perspective of like how good. That was the first comp I did as a proper 83. Like, I weighed in 81 something, and like I tripled 170 in prep. Like, I was strong. Like, I knew I was gonna have a good day, and then fared 170 on the platform. I was like, yeah, cool, it's wraps. So, and then
Do you
best
think
comp,
that was a taper issue? What do you think happened? Do you think it was a taper, or do you think it was an equipment issue? What was it?
I was benching high at the time. My coach at the time, like, no hate to him, but I was benching high and he didn't really realize. And then on the day, like, I just got absolutely slaughtered for it. As they do with bench depth. Like, it's the thing that the referees are always going to look out for more than anything else. Like, it's such a big, like, scare for referees as well. Like, I don't know if you're a referee, Reese.
I'm not yet.
It's so, most referees are just scared to like referee it because it's so controversial. Everybody has a different opinion on it. It needs to go, but that's we could make a whole other episode on just how elbow depth needs to go.
Next week, right?
Yeah, well, it can do. But it's, yeah. So then best comp probably. So this kind of goes back to the mentality thing, because I don't really think I've had a very good comp ever. I would have said Euros if I won, but I'll probably say Worlds,
So
just for that experience.
Second in Euros wasn't the best comp you've had now.
Honestly, like, couldn't care.
That's nuts. Like,
I got the pictures, and I'm literally stood on a podium, like, whatever. I don't care. And I just don't care. If I lose, I lose. Like, I don't care what medal I get. I didn't win.
Yeah.
And best comp would probably say just Worlds, for like the recovery of missing 187. And then just like coming back,
Yeah,
flipping the switch mentally, and then dogging it out. We'll go for that.
All right.
It was a good watch.
Yeah, no, that was pretty crazy. Like watching it back on the videos as well was pretty nuts.
Bro,
Gave my girlfriend a heart attack.
Yeah, you give me a heart attack.
Yeah, no,
Like-
it was not it. But yeah, that's probably it.
And is there any elite level lifters in specific that you look up to?
Ooh. So I got a few for this actually. I get the glaze over for my nutritionist first. But her work ethic and the way that she attacks her training, like regardless where she is in her year and her like cycle and stuff, is something I've really tried to apply to my own training. I think nobody puts more effort in than her. She's always looking for ways to improve. Everything is like done to a T. So I look up to her in that sense. In terms of like the elite of the elite, like athletes and strength, I absolutely love. I struggle between, and particularly for bench, I struggle between Perk, Azima Norton, and like Sean Noriega, because Sean bench is quite similar to me now, just a lot higher than me. Poor guy. But apart from his morals, we won't get into that. But he is incredibly strong. Obviously, Perk is Perk. Like, guy is a freak. But he doesn't have a job though, so he's not relatable.
He's
and then
he's a bum.
he is a jobless bum and gets paid to train. So fair play to him.
If he had a job, he'd only be about 80 GL. So
exactly
right?
that. Couldn't have said it better. But I mean, to pick like one out and out role model in powerlifting, I'd actually really struggle with that. I really don't know. Like, I can't really think of one figure that I look up to, like above everybody else.
I think Jurgens is a very good shout due to just the age of him, all that stuff. I know it's not my question, but I think Jurgens is a very good shout. The mentality he has at the age he is, he's not ancient, obviously, but in relative terms, I just think it's nuts.
If we're talking about ancient as well, there's also Shell Backlund.
Yeah, very good point, actually. Didn't even cross my mind.
Since I was born. Like, quite literally, he was born since the year, or no, he was competing since the year I was born.
And he's only went down in weight classes since.
Yeah.
That's mental.
That is mental. 20
I think
years.
he'll do Sheffield at 59.
No.
I've been saying this.
50.
I think he'll rock up at 59.
Do you remember we were sat? Ollie, were we not sat together whenever, or maybe we had just walked off whenever we looked at Instagram and went, holy shit.
I have a feeling he's going to do that. He's just going to be that guy and just go 59.
Man, I don't know. Like, here, fair play though. If he does,
okay.
I don't think he pulls it. I don't think he can pull it.
I've thought of my role model, out and out Meg Scanlon.
Yeah, fair.
She's just so complete, and I think she's just everything that I would want to be. So yeah, that's my like the one person for that.
It's very hard to pick
for matching our total at Worlds.
Yeah, Jordan Bright is fucking amazing. Shout out Matthew Henry. But no, yeah, no, guy knows what he's doing. He coached one of my close mates, and it's the turnaround in the last like 8 weeks of his training has been mental. So I don't think I've seen another coach apart from myself, obviously, glazing. Apart from myself, who actually puts so much effort into his athletes, like the amount of messages and videos and just like random ass like chat that he just has with Matthew is mental. Like he'll just be on a walk and it's just getting like a 5-minute voice note back, and it's just everything is so in depth. The intent towards his training is insane. So yeah, from my perspective, I think he's like as a outside looking in, like he's logged on. Let's put it that way.
Should we move on to hot takes if you have any more, or Instagram questions?
Yeah,
well, me and Bob got about 8 minutes here, so
So Instagram questions.
Okay, I'll do
We
one hot
got
take nice and
one hot
quickly.
take.
I'll go one which is elbow depth needs to go. It's not that much of a hot take, but the rule just needs to change. The way that it's refereed, the rule just needs to go.
Yeah. I think we've seen too many controversies with it, and it's like we don't know what's elbow depth and what's not. I know that the Canadian girl, is it Jessica or Jess? She stands out as one of the cases that is like, how is she not hitting the elbow depth? But
Yeah,
I
gonna say that.
I think the theory of the rule is like, it's great, because I watched a video of a guy doing like 2-inch bench press because he literally just retracts his scap and he's at his chest. But it needs to be more refereeable.
I think it's like on squat depth, anatomy comes into play, right?
Yeah.
You know, people are sat there moaning, "Oh, you can't have an anatomy base; it's going to be unfair to certain people." Every lift is anatomy based, like the referee standards. Like, what else do you have to go off of? Like, we're all human beings. You know, I think it needs to be. If I was going to change it, it would simply be your bicep needs to be flat to your shoulder.
Yeah.
Like, you can't.
I like that.
You know, you have to have your. It's a very simple rule to referee. Like, it's very easy to see visually. Like, looking at the middle of.
Do you think your biceps flat to your shoulder though?
No, is in having your bicep flat to your shoulder. Like, it needs to be below the top of your bicep. Needs to be below your shoulder.
I see that.
Because then you could just have like a flat.
disadvantage to big chat boys.
Yeah,
that would really mess up some of the humongous fellas though.
The people that
Not mess them up, but there would be a considerable difference in what a 59 has to do, and a jacked, like, who's a great example?
Bruce.
The 105 won't even come to mind.
Or-
Always battles Nathaniel. Region.
Reagan.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, like
his shoulders are equally as massive as his arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also a good point.
So I see your point, but it's no different to the fact that, you know, if you got a massive quad, your hip crease is going to look different compared to somebody with no muscle.
Yeah, this is true.
But it's so many, like, it's a very difficult thing to referee, whether you have certain things of, you know, the bar's got to move a certain amount. Like, there's you can't really have that. But yeah, we could go into that, a whole other episode on that as well.
Yeah. So should we just quick fire the Instagram questions?
Yeah, my bad, bro.
Don't worry. See if you want to continue the podcast after we go. Work away. But we've got
questions?
All right.
Let's rattle them through.
Let's go. No rambling.
2 questions from Bobby. Lifetime bench goal.
225.
Do you squat and deadlift?
So if you hit more, you don't want more.
What's that?
Reese?
Johnny, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Reese. All right. Do you squat
I
and
was
deadlift?
saying, so if you hit that, you don't want more.
Oh no, I will, but like that's what I've always wanted is 4 reds.
Yeah. Okay, fair.
Do you squat and deadlift?
Not enough. Next.
Then Jonathan Peoples put, can Oli start eating again and mog everybody in the 83s?
Oh, I love JP. JP is the goat of Open. He does the commentary for Open Nuts. But yeah, no, crazy guy. He is right, but I need to finish the 74 business first.
Tom Irwin, 2 questions. Do you feel the pressure?
I think the pressure. I don't want to say pressure makes diamonds, but I perform under pressure when the shit hits the fan.
And how does it feel always going to outbench Bobby?
Fabulous.
And Reese Matty said, why do you keep bottling international comps?
Ooh, that's a low blow. Reese is a close mate of mine. That's a low blow.
Yeah. But that's all the Instagram questions. We didn't get very many.
Oh, I must not be very popular. Must be my
I think it's
choice of
just because
t-shirt.
everybody who follows us is from NI.
Well, hopefully I can bring you a new audience.
Hopefully so.
From the mighty England. But yeah, cool. Okay.
I'm trying to think of what template questions I should ask before I go. Before you go. Just pull up the document if I can find it. If you could only do 3 accessories aside from the general SBD for the rest of your life, what would they be? And this is if you're a full powerlifter.
Oh, okay. Pendulum squat.
Perfect. That was my first answer.
It would be either like a seal row or a lat pull down, one of the two. And this is kind of a crazy one. Single arm flared floor press.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of the rogue one I'm going to throw in there.
I thought you were going to go like dip.
No, I can't do it. I have Bobby will know what this is. I have like costochondritis.
Yeah.
And if I do dips, my rib cage literally is like trying to explode.
Oh.
I can't do a bodyweight dip. I'm so injury prone. What's that? Sorry.
You're too hyper. You move too much.
Just a chud.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And where can people find you?
So they can find me on Instagram at Oli.powerlifts, and then my links to everything else is on there. But yeah.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. It was kind of a rushed episode. But
that's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for the waffle. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
if I didn't waffle too long.
It all came from Oli being like, "When am I on the podcast?" And it was like, "You can come on any time you want."
Yeah, we've got a schedule.
If anyone wants to message us that they want a pod, we'd be more than happy to take you.
Yeah, we need
I apologize for getting progressively more drunk during this podcast and slurring my words more and more. But
I'm gonna
Bobby doesn't handle his alcohol very well.
I'm gonna put a poll underneath it and be like, how many pints did Bobby have during the podcast?
Johnny, please clip the video of him failing to chug his pint and post it just individually.
No, I was
trying to find it. I was trying to find it.
I was doing it on purpose. Lisa Bell drinks me under the table. Just want to say that. There's a video of her drinking a pint faster than me in Small Nations. Have I showed you that?
No, but that's sounds about right. Like,
but yeah, Reese and Bobby have to go, and that's the episode wrap. So thank you for coming on, and anybody who's listening, please give us 5 stars, follow, all that jazz, and we'll see you next week.